Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to today's daily devotion. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12 says, "For I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and that he is able to keep what I have committed to him." Paul says, I'm not ashamed because I know Jesus. Paul is on the road to Damascus. I touched on this Sunday and a little bit yesterday. Paul is on the road to Damascus and he's struck down by a great light from heaven. Jesus speaks to him from that light and he has a face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ. It blinds him in the natural and he goes and is healed. His hands are laid on him by Ananias and he is healed, receives the baptism of the Holy Ghost, is baptized in water, begins his studies with the disciples, all in a matter of moments. His life was changed completely. And from that point forward, Paul says, I'm not ashamed of who Christ is. I'm not ashamed of what I preach. I'm not ashamed of who I am. He says, the reason that I'm not ashamed is because I know in whom I believe. I know the one whom I believe. So many times I talk with young Christians, and the struggle is they really don't understand everything, but they believe. They believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They believe their sins have been washed away, that they are on the right road and on their way to an eternal home with Christ. The trouble that I have with older Christians is their faith is strong, but they've lost that zeal of belief because they feel like they don't know who Christ is anymore. Paul says, I know. When we get to know Jesus Christ, when we know that we have been washed in the blood, when we truly come into a right relationship with Jesus, all that doubt begins to melt away. Does it go away? No, but it begins to melt away. All that fear begins to melt away. Does it completely go away? I don't think so, but it does start to melt away. All of those questions that we have when we get older. Is he really going to be there when I leave this world? Is he really going to be faithful to me? All of those questions melt away in the event that we build our relationship with Christ and we know whom we believe. Paul tells Timothy, I'm not ashamed. He said, I'm in chains. I'm in a prison. I'm in the bottom of the sewer of this prison. But I'm not ashamed because my suffering is so light compared to what Christ went through so that I could have everlasting life. Paul says, I believe who Jesus is, and I believe what Jesus said. Jesus is the one who tells us that God loved this world so much that he gave his son. Jesus is the one that tells us, I'm the light of the world. He who walks with me and follows me will not walk in darkness. Jesus is the one who says, I am the resurrection and the life. If we believe what he says and we believe who he is, there is no need for us to be ashamed. I believe in the one whom I believe in. His name is Jesus. He is the Son of God. He is the one who washed me in his own blood, made me righteous and holy in the sight of God the Father. He has filled me with the Holy Ghost, and he is coming again in the clouds. I believe. Therefore, I am not ashamed. I love you. I'm praying for you. Hope you have an amazing day today. It is cold. Wrap up. It's going to be a cold week. So get wrapped up. Don't catch anything Don't catch the cold. Don't catch the flu. Don't get out there and get goofy and get sick. I hope to see you this weekend at Irwin Hill. God bless you as always, is my prayer.